Anglers Extra.
Welcome back to the Anglers Extra pregame show. It's time.
I was messing with my mustache. God, sorry, folks.
Only some of the people will be watching it. Most of the people will be listening pregame, so don't worry.
Good. Okay, thank you.
It's time for the manager's show. If you didn't get that already, we're on the field at Doran Park with John Schiffner. John, a tough game yesterday with the team losing 10-3. That third inning was just such an odd inning. 8 runs for YD on 7 hits, but only 2 of those left the infield, and even both of those were soft hit. Have you ever seen an inning with that bad of a luck or that weird?
I can't think of one offhand, but it's rare. I mean, that with the exception of that one inning, we didn't play that badly. Just sometimes, and you get down 8-0 in Cape Cod League. It's a long way back, so that's a tough road to climb. So that was just a bad inning for us. But the rest of the game was not that bad. I was pretty pleased the way we responded. Couldn't be more excited for Mike Fagan. What a 3-inning performance that was. So you got to take the positives when you can, and those are good things.
There certainly were positives in that game, and Mike Fagan is exactly what I'm going to ask about next. He's had his struggles in his first 3 appearances, but yesterday, even in a game where the score was lopsided, he came in and shut guys down. Was that the Mike Fagan you were expecting?
Yes, it was. We saw the numbers he had last summer at Princeton, and we said, that's a guy we can really use, a power left-handed arm, and we saw that yesterday. It was pretty impressive, and he really located well. His breaking pitch was sharp, and he finished strong. It was just, I think, a really good outing for him, and it gives him a lot more confidence. It gives us a lot more confidence in him, and that's what Burns doing. I mean, some of these guys, early on were not performing well. Birdie was a little shaky early. At was a little shaky early. Mike was shaky early, and now look at them. It's fabulous. I think it's and that again is that's what this is all about, is getting better.
What does Scott Winterburn do so well to instill confidence in those pitchers, especially in limited appearances?
He scares the living daylights out of them. But besides that, he's very patient. He really is patient. He has a great way of trying to get them to do things better, slow them down a little bit, look at different things, don't overthrow. I was watching him do a little bit of a drill last time we were in Falmouth, and he was asking the guys to not throw 100%. Throw 80%, throw 70%, throw 60%. Now go back to 80, and it was a good way to find the feel and find where you're at with that pitch. And a very impressive workout, and it's really paying off.
Why is it important for these guys sometimes to scale it back?
Well, sometimes you just overthrow, and a lot of times if you're overthrowing, a lot of times bad things are going to happen. You're either going to miss your location, or you're going to overthrow so much that you're not getting as much velocity, and you leave one in the middle of the plate and it gets hit, a long way, or it gets hit hard. So that was the idea, to locate, get a better feel for your pitch, and I thought it was a great drill, great mental thing. You can really, it's a mental thing as well as a physical thing, because you get the idea of what you just did, and then you see the application of it in the catcher's glove, and it's obviously an instant feedback for you, so it's fantastic.
Moving to the offensive side of the ball, Pat Valaika had a good game for you guys yesterday, 3 hits, and you were quoted in the game recap on ChathamAnglers.com as saying you think the team's really gelled since Pat has come. What is it that you've seen in the team?
Well, I think it's the way Pat carries himself, and I think it's his even keel. If Pat hits a home run or Pat strikes out, it's got the same expression on his face, and I think that's the way you need to carry yourself in this game. You can't get too high, you can't get too low. He hasn't made many, but when he makes an error, it's like, oops, okay, and I'm not going to do that again. Where, some guys will take themselves out of an at-bat, or they'll even take themselves out of a game because they made a poor play, and Pat doesn't do that. I think he's really been a calming influence on the field because of just the way he handles himself.
And the way he handles himself on the field is great because his defense has been so good. There were a couple plays yesterday that he hasn't made plays, to me at least, where I've gone, wow, but he's made plays that I think would be tough for a lot of shortstops. How big has that been for your defense?
Well, it's been fantastic, and the thing is that he makes most and almost all of the plays, and that's a key to your quality shortstop. Derek Jeter. Last night, of course, he made 2 errors, which was like the first time in God knows how long. But, Jeter makes almost all the plays. So you as a pitcher and the team have confidence knowing the ball's going to shortstop, it's going to be an out. And that's the way we feel with Pat at this point. It's just, if it's near Pat, he's going to get it. And he's not going to throw the guy out. He doesn't have, the rocket arm, but he gets you out. And it's not flashy, but it's in his glove, and he gets you out. And that's all you need.
Tonight, you've Switched up the top of the order a little bit with Mike Francoso batting leadoff and Adam Engel making his return in the number 2 hole. Is there a specific reason for that?
Just to shake things up a little bit. I mean, we know what Engel can do there, but Sos can run as well. He's a lefty, and it gives us a shot. If Sos makes it out, you still have the guy who can be standing on second base with one out anyway. So it's just to try something different.
Both of those guys can get on base, and they'll be at the top of the lineup tonight. The Anglers take on the Bourne Braves. Good luck in tonight's game, Schiff.
Thanks, Brandon. Appreciate it.
That was the Managers Show. Continuing on the Anglers Extra pregame show, we're sending it back to Chris Fitzgerald.